So the latest thing that's happening in deportation proceedings is that there was a memo that was released on May 30th, directing immigration judges to rule on oral motions made by OPLA, which is the Office of the Principal Legal Advisor. Basically, that means the attorneys for ICE. This memo instructs immigration judges to make a ruling on oral motions made by ICE to dismiss removal proceedings for the purposes of placing people into expedited removal. Expedited removal means basically that you don't have the right to go before an immigration judge and contest your deportation. It means that you are automatically subject to mandatory detention, meaning ICE can then immediately swoop in and detain you once the judge grants ICE's request to dismiss removal proceedings. So effectively, what ICE is trying to do is instead of allowing people to go through the regular deportation proceeding in court, they're trying to see how many people they can pull out of that and place them into expedited removal so that they can detain them and just pretty much deport them without the right of going before an immigration judge and pleading for any relief that you might be eligible for. And a lot of attorneys have reported seeing ICE agents in the hallways of the courtroom, pretty much detaining people, you know. Um, it's really kind of a huge hit for due process. And I think a lot of immigration judges are being told that there's not much that they could do, especially now that there's this memo saying you have to make a ruling within the same day, pretty much at that hearing, whether or not to grant ICE's request to dismiss the proceedings. Normally, due process would allow for someone to contest a motion, right? Normally, you have 10 days to file an opposition and say why the judge should not do this. But with this memo, it's telling judges, no, don't do that. Um, and also, ICE does not have to even put this in writing, these requests to dismiss proceedings. They could just make it orally, right? Just on in court, and just say, Judge, we seek to terminate these proceedings, and the judge is expected to make a ruling right then and there. Um, yep. I don't really know what to say other than this is just, another sign of the current administration trying to remove and pretty much cripple due process to any extent that they can.